Hey there, it's Imran and you're watching Imran Plus. Welcome back. Today we're finally going to be talking about my top 10 movies of 2022. This year was a great year for movies. There were so many movies that I really enjoyed. I had a great time. There were a lot of bold and unique creative flourishes, lots of flavors, lots of variety. And so I decided to copy what I did last year and along with my top 10 best movies, give you 10 more movies that I think you should check out. And so we're gonna go over numbers 11 through 20 and then we'll talk a little bit more in depth about my top 10 movies. Before we do, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can help this channel grow and so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's start off 2023 strong by subscribing. We're almost at 500 subscribers and there's so many great movies coming out this year, you don't want to miss a single video. Alright, so here are my top 11 through 20 movies of 2022. Starting at number 20 is The Menu. This is an intriguing watch with a creative flourish, just like the courses depicted in the film. And even though some of it doesn't really go anywhere, it's still a fun watch and something that's perfect for an evening where you don't know what to watch. Number 19 is Don't Worry Darling, the movie that gave us Spitgate. Olivia Wilde actually does a pretty good job directing and starring this movie. There's some really interesting ideas that may be a little bit half-baked, but that's mostly a script issue. Florence Pugh's performance in this movie alone makes it worth watching. Number 18 is Enola Holmes 2. This movie is surprisingly really entertaining, and it has a good amount of Henry Cavill's Sherlock Holmes. We build on the Sherlock Holmes mythos while also developing Enola Holmes' character, so definitely check this one out if you like the first one. Number 17, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Despite not being much multiverse and not being much madness, Elizabeth Olsen's performance alone makes this movie worth watching. Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch, is a powerhouse, and Sam Raimi's signature style, when allowed to, comes through in spades. Number 16, Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, I liked it. This felt like a traditional blockbuster popcorn movie. Great action scenes, an engaging storyline with the return of beloved characters who shared the screen with each other. Star Wars, take notes. This is what you should have done. Number 15, Emily the Criminal, starring Aubrey Plaza. A small movie on Netflix with a tight script that packs a punch. If you're an Aubrey Plaza fan, definitely check this out. And if you aren't, even more reason to check this out because it shows you what Aubrey Plaza has to offer. Very entertaining and worth a watch. Number 14 is Lightyear. Is this the Lightyear / Toy Story movie we all wanted? No. But is it a fascinating and well-made movie? Absolutely yes. Definitely check this one out. This felt like a Pixar take on Interstellar. Number 13 is Turning Red. Pixar at its best. Maybe it was a bit unapologetic and bold in its message and themes, and perhaps a subtler approach would have succeeded better with audiences, but that would go directly against the message of this movie, and that is to be unapologetically yourself. And in that lens, this movie succeeds with flying colors. Number 12 is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This film is a reminder that cinema is art. Guillermo del Toro is brilliant here. I loved his film Nightmare Alley from last year, and although this one didn't keep me as engaged, it's just as beautiful and expertly made. I forgot that I was actually watching stop motion. It's that flawless. Number 11, The Woman King. If you want to see acting, watch this film. Viola Davis, Lashana Lynch, wow, Oscar-worthy performances right there. Sure, this movie is not historically accurate, but it's certainly a well-made film with great action, script, and story. And now we have our top 10 movies of 2022. These movies are movies I would recommend to anybody and ones that I would watch multiple times. One thing that these movies have in common is that their directors are at the top of their game, executing very unique visions very well. So let's start at number 10, and that is Nope, starring Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, and Steven Yeun. Jordan Peele's Nope was one of my most anticipated movies of 2022, and it delivered on those expectations. Jordan Peele proves yet again that he is a master of his craft because this film was visually impeccable. Very strong, very bold, and engrossing throughout the film. All of the actors are also amazing here. Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer do a really great job. Steven Yeun is also very good, and new actor Brandon Pereira really captured audience's attention. I in fact casted him as Johnny Storm in my MCU Fantastic Four potential casting video, which you can check out right above. But I really was impressed with the cast in this movie. All of the actors were really amazing. This is the type of movie that you would look up videos for after you watch it to unpack all of the meaning and symbolism and the messages that it's trying to convey, as well as the visual creativity and meaning behind things placed within a scene. Although the ending of this film did lose me a little bit, this film deserves a watch and should be celebrated. It's a really, really great movie with a really unique idea. You'll see what I mean once you watch it. Number 9 is Elvis, starring Austin Butler and Tom Hanks. This film is as dazzling, blinding, and sensational as the real Elvis was, or at least the persona of Elvis, because this film treats Elvis the same way the world did, as a concept, a phenomenon, and we only get to know the real Elvis in glimpses here and there before getting swept away with the brilliance and magic of the Elvis brand. We're always left wanting more, and as much as we learn about Elvis by the end of the movie, we still don't really know who Elvis was, and we want to get to know him even more. And that emulates the world during Elvis's time, always wanting more. There was never enough. And we see the consequences of that unending yearning in this film itself. I was enthralled the entire time I watched this movie, and Baz Luhrmann's typical visual and artistic swings are perfect for what he's trying to accomplish with this film. The music is phenomenal. We have original Elvis lyrics and vocal soundtracks layered in with Austin Butler singing the songs himself. And Austin Butler is fantastic in this role. A career-making role, and I'm sure that he's going to get an Oscar nomination for it. Well deserved too, because he was just that good. Tom Hanks was also good, but this is the Austin Butler show. Really, really great movie. You should check it out. Number 8 is Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. I have been a long time Marcel the Shell fan. My friend introduced me to the YouTube videos when I was in high school, and I even have the Marcel the Shell picture book. And so when this movie was announced, I was so excited for it. I couldn't wait to watch it, and I'm so happy to share that this movie delivers on Marcel the Shell content. I was nervous that it was simply going to be a rehash of the YouTube videos, and it wouldn't feel like a movie. But wow, is this a surprisingly well-made film. It really holds up as a movie and has an emotional storyline that's uplifting and inspiring. This movie is so good. You have to watch it. I mean, it's a shell with shoes on. How can you say no to that? Number 7 is Barbarian. The less I say about this movie, the better, because it is crazy and you do not want to know anything before you go in and watch it. I was on the edge of my seat throughout this film. If you like scary and thrilling movies like Malignant from last year, then just trust me and watch this movie tonight. You will not regret it. It deserves way more recognition, and at the very least, you will not see what's coming. Number 6 is the highest grossing movie of the year and the movie that brought people back to theaters, Top Gun Maverick. Man, I still can't believe how much I like this movie. I'm typically not into war or military movies, especially modern day ones, because of the heavy-handed military propaganda, but this film managed to make me like it despite any of that. A large part because of the way it handles its topics. There's an unnamed and unidentified enemy base as the target, and the focus of the film is the logistical challenges of pulling off a mission and the team dynamics rather than the enemy. And that was a refreshing way to approach this type of movie. Not only is Top Gun Maverick high energy and engaging, the camera work and aerial action scenes are incredibly thrilling. It has a very solid script that delivers greatly in the third act, unlike many movies these days. And it also plays on the nostalgia factor just enough. This is a pretty perfect movie, and I really have no complaints artistically. And now we have our top 5 films, with number 5 being Avatar 2. Never bet against James Cameron. I can't believe it. He made my top 5 of 2022. Funnily enough though, this movie is kind of the antithesis of Top Gun Maverick, an anti-imperialist, anti-military film focused on indigenous people and ecosystems, yet interestingly without any indigenous actors in the film. I wasn't a huge Avatar fan before this movie. I don't remember the first one being all that interesting, but this film, especially the second half, is surprisingly emotional and beautiful, both visually and in terms of the story. The visuals are of course beautiful and so real, and the acting is truly something to behold. Every character shines and is able to communicate through the CGI. I saw this movie in 3D and I finally get it. I was so immersed in every single scene throughout the movie and in every actor's performance. Because of the 3D, it really pulled me in. This has some really amazing technical work. Avatar 2's story is mainly about family and community, and I found this story to be moving, and in classical James Cameron fashion, the action and spectacle are also top-notch. Check this movie out. I'm sure most people already have, but I think if you liked Avatar or if you're a fan of big blockbusters, then you're gonna like this one too. Number 4 is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Wow, what a movie. When I first reacted to this trailer, I was immediately hooked by the unique visual and auditory personality of this film. And I'm so happy that this film exceeds the expectations that I had. This is the true multiverse movie of the year. It is chock full of personality and character. Some of it is cool, some of it is interesting, some of it is silly, but all of it is very entertaining. Michelle Yeoh and K.Y. Kwan better win Oscars for their performances in this movie. It was that good. The story and script of this film are so personable, so touching, and so relatable. The visuals are larger than life and captivating despite the low budget. The Daniels really outdid themselves with what they presented on screen, and the performances are visceral and real. Remember, Oscar-worthy performances here. This and I think The Woman King have the best acting performances I think of this year. If you haven't seen this movie yet, you absolutely have to. I'm rooting for a Best Picture nomination and win, but regardless of how many awards it gets, this movie is going to go down in history books as an achievement. You do not want to miss it. And now we're down to our top 3, with number 3 being Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery. Wow, I enjoyed this movie so much. The cast, the costumes, the set, the score. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God, what an absolute delight this movie was. I wish I had seen it in theaters. It's that good. It's on Netflix. You can watch it right now, but wow, I wish I had seen this movie in theaters. If you haven't seen Knives Out, this is not a sequel to Knives Out, and both movies are very unique and independent to each other. So you can definitely watch this one without having seen Knives Out. Number 2 is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Man, Ryan Coogler is a master. I knew he was going to deliver on this movie, and he went above and beyond. This film simultaneously honors the legacy of Chadwick Boseman and takes a beautiful journey of grief and healing. We're introduced to some really cool new characters and get to know old characters even more. Namor and Talocan, Ironheart, Shuri, and Angela Bassett are all so cool. Marvel is back to its true form and reminds us just how powerful and touching superhero movies can be. This film is the best Marvel movie of the year and one that I encourage everyone to watch, especially if you're a Marvel fan or interested in superhero films at all. And if you're not, you definitely should check this movie out. And now my number 1 movie of 2022 is The Batman. This film is everything I wanted a Batman film to be. Matt Reeves brought a Batman graphic novel to life, and that is amazing. Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz, and Colin Farrell all went above and beyond in embodying their characters. I really felt like I was watching a really early young Bruce Wayne becoming Batman, Selena Kyle becoming Catwoman, and an Oswald Cobblepot becoming the Penguin. Really great character work, and I felt like I was in Gotham throughout the movie. The Riddler, also fantastic and brought to life so well by Paul Dano. The set design and score are also brilliant. I love the score. I listen to it when I work out. To me, this is the definitive live action Batman, and I'm really hoping that we get to see more. DC is currently undergoing a full reboot. Supposedly, I hope so. But personally, I would be really happy if they start a new universe with the Batman as a foundational first movie. I hope that they make a trilogy and then after that, introduce other DC characters just like the animated series did. And we can build to a Justice League with Robert Pattinson's Batman right at the forefront. I actually can't wait to watch it again very soon. Batman is just that guy. It's so good. So those are my top 10 movies of 2022 with 10 additional movies as runner-ups. Let me know what you thought of my list, which of my movies you agree with and disagree with, and share your top 10 list in the comments below. I really look forward to seeing which movies made it to your list. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to make a top 5 shows of 2022 video, and I'm also going to make a top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023 video. So make sure you stay tuned for those. Like this video, subscribe, share this video with your friends and fellow movie enthusiasts, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye for now.